Alright then, the most visually stimulating video ever created. Okay, so maybe not really, but I hope you like my artwork here. I'm pretty much, I'm competing with those elementary students to kick it up a notch in my art skills here. So yeah, that's cloud. It's cloudy, it's rainy, and then it's sunny. That's right. I teach English to all different ages and grades and levels. In this last year, I've taught English to like 3 to 4 year olds, and all the way up to like 65-year-olds. It's pretty cool. So kindergarten, grade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Anyway, this would be for, I don't know, me. Whoa, did I just erase that? Dang, give me a minute. We gotta fix this, man. So much effort for such a simple thing. Alright. So this one's called The Worst Day Ever, or The Best Day Ever, and the way to play it is basically you open up with a statement, and you might say something along the lines of, I just had the worst day ever. I was walking home, and it started raining, but I didn't have an umbrella. And then you pass it on to the next student. You could pass a ball around, or you could just say to the next student, hey, Joe, Bobby, Billy, Bob, how can you extend that? What have you got to add to that? And it's not going to be the same sentence like that last activity I introduced. But it's just going to be sentence and a new sentence and a new sentence, and it is going to make a story. So, so teacher opens up. I just had the worst day ever. It started, I was walking home and it started raining, but I didn't have an umbrella. So then the next person maybe says, I just had the worst day ever. I was walking home and it started raining, but I didn't have an umbrella. And my shoe got a hole in it. Oh man, that sucks. Now the water is seeping into the shoe. That's not good. And then you pass it on to the next person. They say, I had the worst day ever. I was walking home and it started raining, but I didn't have an umbrella, and the water started, and my shoe got a hole in it, and my belt broke, and my pants were 2 sizes too big, so I had to hold up my pants. So now you can imagine this fellow or female person walking around without an umbrella, and it's raining, and they've got a hole in their shoe, and their belt broke. So yeah, there's an example with the worst day ever. Let's do an example with the best day ever. I just had the best day ever. This is student 1, or the teacher, whatever. I just had the best, there it is, there's my finger 1. I just had the best day ever. I was walking home and I found a $20 bill. Woo woo! Okay, next person, number 2. I just had the best day ever. I was walking home and I found a $20 bill. I don't know. What do you think? What happens next? Honestly, for me, nothing comes to mind at the moment that could add to that. Maybe an ice cream truck came and gave them free ice cream too. It has to be connected in some way to getting the $20 bill. So maybe, for example, the next person says, and as it turned out, it was actually a trail of $20 bills that I followed to blah blah someplace. All right, so why don't you deal with this one here? I gave an example with the worst day ever, and why don't you take this one? I'll let you take the lead on this one in the comments, and I'm even going to scratch the opening sentence, the situation. Why don't you write the first situation? I just had the best day ever. One thing that happened, and then in the comments, let's see what we can do with it. And like I said, it doesn't have to be one sentence. It can be like several sentences, just like somehow connected to the story, to the opening statement. Yeah, and that's it. And honestly, I basically just I mean, I changed this up a bit from the original game, which is, that's nothing. And someone says something that is supposed to be impressive, and then the next person tries to compete with it. Like, for example, a pretty common one is like, I have met Brad Pitt. And the next person says, that's nothing. I was roommates with Brad Pitt. And the next person, if it's a girl, if it's a female person, they maybe say, that's nothing. I dated him. I dated Brad Pitt, or I am dating Brad Pitt, yada yada, etc., etc. And on she goes. So yeah, this can be a warm-up. This can be tied into your lesson somehow. You could use these and then just tell students, okay, this is the activity, but you have to use the vocabulary that you've learned today. So they would, insert vocabulary here, which is cool. So there's a kind of, it's not exactly a project, but yeah, there's a goal in mind. Yeah, all right. So yeah, and if possible, next time I am going to talk about some projects that I've done in some of my classes that were quite successful, and maybe even mention some that were not so successful. All right, cool. So I will see you in the comments section, hopefully. Please. All right, so ciao for now. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you think. BFN.